Hello, Jay. How's it going?
It's going, man. I have to disagree with that guy on that hates the guy you had on last night.
Who? Oh, the
Remember?
accountant?
Yeah, dude, when that guy just kept haterating on him.
He just wanted attention. You know, you get these like people in the comments. They want to be famous. They want their comment to appear on your YouTube channel, so they just talk whatever trash they need to.
Yeah, no, because I thought it was funny, but I was like, I don't know what this dude's doing.
It's whatever. I mean, honestly, commenters don't bother me anymore. You know, if you're gonna be a YouTuber, you got to deal with all the freaking hate. You just got to learn to live with it. You know. Here, let me adjust.
Hey, Cole,
Here we go.
Is that a green screen, or are you in a different spot in your apartment?
I'm at a new apartment.
A new one?
Yeah. It's much less shitty than the other one.
How much more are you paying a month, though?
Let's not go into that.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah. So a lot.
It's more, yeah. The other one was less than $400 a month.
Bro, even with the amount of money I make, I would gladly move into an apartment for $400 a month and not move out.
Yeah, but roommates and stuff, you know.
It's because you kept bringing chicks home, right? And they kept.
Yeah, it's because I kept bringing chicks home. No, there was noise complaints filed against me. I kept going, and it was keeping my roommates up. So you know,
can't bring those truckers home, dude. That's a lot, dude. I don't know why you thought that was feasible and sustainable.
But yes, dude, Diamond Hands is cooking. Yeah, she made me some chicken.
Yeah, actually, once more people show up, I'm gonna have to step out and make some dinner because I just spent the last 2 hours on a phone call with somebody I'm tutoring, so I haven't had time to. Yep,
You had time to tutor with Strong Baby today?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what the wife has to say to me once I finish the stream tonight. But I was like, hey, honey, I can go make $100 or whatever, or, you know, I could just sit around and hang out. So, you know, some days if she's in a good mood, I can, you know, go out and make some money. And it's easy money. I was just talking to somebody on the phone.
Yeah, I don't understand why anybody would ever get upset about that.
Sometimes they want you to help. You know, they're tired, they're grouchy. You know, money doesn't matter. They just want your help. So, but to me, it's like if I can make $100-something talking to somebody on the phone, I'm gonna freaking do it.
Well, they say money can't buy time with your children.
That's not true. Because if you save money and you're basically semi-retired, you can spend way more time with your children. It's a long-term strategy, okay? Especially when they're babies, it's like they don't even talk. They just crap their pants. What are you going to do?
Chris, check out Max Papa John's comment. That'd be interesting for you to talk about.
Papa John?
Max Papa John.
Oh, there it is. Can you explain the difference between markup and margin and why companies would use one over the other? Markup and margin. Like markup is when they you talk about when they just mark up, they have a specific percentage they mark up products by. That a markup is just how much they increase the selling price over the cost of the product. Your margin is you're taking your revenue minus your cost of sales to get your gross margin. That's the difference there.
So what does margin include that markup doesn't?
So markup is a percentage increase, whereas to get a margin you're subtracting.
Gotcha.
So you're taking it's like a multiplication versus subtraction thing.
Gotcha.
Sometimes, dude, companies will mark up a product just so they can mark it down.
That's true. Like JCPenney.
Like what?
It got quiet. I was like, what?
I said JCPenney.
Is that like where old people shop? Do you shop at JCPenney?
It's in the mall.
Yeah.
You know, actually due to inflation, because it used to, when they opened, a penny would get you a full outfit.
When did they open? Around the turn of the century, last century?
Oh, like 127 AD. It's a lot of inflation.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I don't think an outfit has ever been sold for a penny. Okay, maybe at like a thrift store, but like I don't think anybody's ever actually walked into a store and said, "I want this outfit," and the vendor only charged them a penny. That's
I think
never
I'm gonna start a course where I teach you. That'll be my first lesson. Is I'm gonna go into a store and get an outfit for a penny. I'm just gonna teach people.
If you did that, if you could figure that out, I would pay for that course. 100%.
It cost a penny.
How to make your mortgage 10 cents.
Bro,
I'll pay thousands for that.
How when do you think that high gas prices are actually going to start the recession? Because virtually every time energy is high, we end up in a recession.
Did you ask Cole that?
No, I was looking for more your insight.
Okay. So you want to hear my genius insight? So
Yes.
whenever they release the next quarterly data, if it's the second quarter of negative GDP growth, that is the exact moment the recession starts, because it's 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth. So we just have to wait.
Yeah,
for
it's two quarters of contraction. But I'm saying, I have a tough time believing the economy expanded this quarter. I just have a tough time believing it. Maybe
I have a tough time too. Yeah.
We're probably in a recession. $5 gas, like come on, come on.
Yeah, don't even get me started on Joe Biden.
It's all Joe's fault. Gas is high. I mean, people think he's like this, like super liberal that's just trying to sabotage, make everybody buy an electric car. No, he's like a big union boy. Like he wants to be reelected, and the last thing he wants to do is have a recession and high inflation. That's going to crush his chances and his party's chances.
Biden is taking a lot of heat for policies that aren't his own.
Mm-hmm.
None of this green stuff is Biden's idea. Biden is a centrist corporate Democrat. He has been his entire life. I mean, when they're talking about him, I go, do you guys not know that he wrote the 1994 crime bill? Like, this guy is not liberal. I don't know why you think he is.
Well, because like they'll take a state, like sometimes they'll be pandering to like a certain demographic in the Democratic Party. He might have to say something like, "Oh, this and that," but he doesn't really believe it. It's all just like, him just fluffing.
I'm not going to go too deep into the weeds on this because I really can't because of where I work. But I don't have a whole
the White House.
I don't have a whole lot of confidence that what's going on now is actually him and that he's actually making any decisions.
Dude, it was definitely sent to your email. Capital Mindset, you little fucker.
Yeah, owner at capitalmindset.org.
Dude, you can't say
David,
that out loud. I
agree with you. I think we would have been in a recession no matter what, but
capitalmindsetholdings.org. There we go. There you go. You should have it now.
On this comment, it's not Biden's fault, maybe a little bit. It's the Fed. Again, I go back to, I don't have a whole lot of confidence that it's actually Biden making these decisions. If we had Trump in office, probably we would be going into a recession anyways, but I don't think we would have the high energy prices. That is my main source of contention there.
I think Trump would go crazy trying to get lower energy prices. There's no way he would at least try to lower this gas.
Yeah, I don't see any way that Trump sits there and allows gas to rise to $5. I think it would have been drill baby drill.
We got to save the world, bro. Yeah, it's so. I don't think gas has ever been $5. I mean, I remember in 2008, gas was up to $4 because when I first started driving, but that was not even close to where we're at now. It's freaking nuts.
Yeah, dude. It's insane, man, because the price of energy is baked into everything that we buy. So if you buy clothes, the price of energy is baked into that. Buy food, price of energy. But I just don't see any way around if these energy prices stay where they are. I just don't see it.
I loved how people were so shocked about the CPI. It's like gas prices are really high and the CPI, was worse than expected. Oh my God, I can't believe it.
Dude, Fabio got a new apartment too.
It's a green.
Fabio, are you in Jeremy's house?
No, it's a green screen.
No, Jeremy's house has no soul. Like that place looks kind of comfortable.
I don't know. I just saw the new dude. What what was your video on him where he was watching your videos?
No, he literally has a video of me on the desktop of his computer. Like when he makes videos, he like pulls up these PowerPoint slides or whatever, and you can literally see a picture of like a little thumbnail of me, and it's me sitting in my car praying for Tattooed Chef to die. And he is on the desktop of his computer. It's like, dude, you're obsessed with me, man. People say I'm obsessed with Lafufu. I think he's obsessed with me. I think that's why he stays up all night watching me.
Bro, he looks like crap. He looks awful. I know he watches our stuff, so I'll just point this out. Dude, you have bags under your eyes, man. You look like you're 5 seconds away from killing yourself. Don't do it. Just reallocate your portfolio to actual good investments and go on with life, and stop selling courses, and we'll stop making fun of you.
There was a video last week or the week before from Jeremy where he's like, either he said in the video or replied in the comments, but basically one of the commenters implied like he looked like he had just like smoked weed before the video, and then he's like, no, I was just swimming for 3 hours.
Swimming.
that was what he said.
Why don't you work goggles then, doofus?
Dude, that guy is so stressed out because his stocks are going down that it is ridiculous. Whereas when I'm at work, people have started asking me about the market, and I go, I don't know, did it drop today? And they go, yeah, but you're into this. Why don't you know this? I go, because I don't care. I don't care if the market drops. Like, good, things come on sale. I can buy more stuff.
Yeah, it's so hard to make content on YouTube when you don't give a crap about like anything that's going on in the economy. I could give two shits.
Yeah.
What's going on with inflation, this, that, stock prices. It's like, whatever. I buy stocks every 2 weeks with my automatic contribution. That's literally all I do. That's all I've done for 10 years.
Yeah.
But dude, buying Tattooed Chef every 2 weeks isn't a good idea.
Yeah, but have you seen his research? The stocks go down. And then eventually, at some point, they have to go back up.
Yeah, I mean that's sound logic. I guess fundamentals. Was I wrong on thinking that stocks always revert to their fundamentals, or so I should change up my investment style to more like Jeremy's?
Well, yeah, you can use the inverse PE ratio to value your company.
That was absolutely amazing.
Have you explained that to chat?
Wait. What's the inverse PE ratio? Because I didn't see that.
Okay, remember that Jeremy charges $2,500 to get 2 years of access to his course and all the other crap that he does. And he has a video. This is his official course where he is talking about the PE ratio, but he says earnings divided by price is the PE ratio. He literally did that on the whiteboard. So he completely flip-flopped the ratio on his professional course that he charges for.
That's probably why he got such a low PE for Tattooed Chef.
Yeah. It's like, dude, if you did that, you'd have like a decimal for all your PE. It's like, oh man, this company's cheap. So is this one. And they're all free.
Oh,
I'm dancing for my 30 cents.
Who's I don't know. I'll check out your guys' channel.
Mass Money Investing. Let's see if he's a shill of meme stocks. I'm gonna go investigate right now. Better impress me, boy.
But dude, imagine taking Jeremy's course, right? And then you want to share your knowledge with the family. So you start talking about this guy's course, and then goes over the earnings to price ratio, and you're sitting there going, dude, that's not a real thing. Well, no, Jeremy told me that it's the earnings to price ratio. Go, yeah, that doesn't exist. Like, you imagine like how, like at what exact moment do you realize that you just dropped $2,500 or $20,000 for something that is worth nothing? Like, I can't imagine the shock on that.
I tried showing his videos to the people at work, and they would not have it. Yeah.
All I did was screen share his channel page to a friend of mine who does YouTube. So all I saw was the thumbnails, and his first response was that he looks like a serial killer.
Oh, yeah. Dude, do you know what I see when I look at Jeremy? I see a snake with that hat on slithering into the trees to eat bird eggs.
I don't think he's worn the hat since we entered a bear market. His thumbnails have just been him going.
He stopped wearing the hat because Chris was making fun of him. That's also why he stopped using Big Cigar in the intro of his.
I did notice he stopped playing that song.
But no, he actually tried it on one. I remember a video maybe like a month ago. He had it and then he just didn't use it again. So like 100%, he's totally pissed that I've stolen it, and it's beautiful because now I have it in every single video that I play. Man, I'm making so much today. Thank you, Lars. Thank you. I'm gonna go buy a pack of Starburst with that.
Dude, like, how much money do you get for that?
So I think YouTube takes 40%, something
Then
like
you gotta
that.
pay-
And I
then
take
you gotta pay
10%.
taxes?
And yeah, and then Cole takes 10% because he's my bitch.
Is that the split with YouTube? 40%?
I think it's 40%. Let me double check, but it's a pretty big amount. And then of course you have to pay taxes on that, and it's
I have to pay taxes on that.
Yes, you have to pay taxes.
You better not admit that on YouTube either.
Hey,
Hey,
IRS, I haven't paid a single cent in YouTube tax yet.
but your citizenship is in Venezuela, so you're fine.
Yeah, I'm paying different tax.
Maduro's got his back.
Chris, semi-serious question, joke question. If I bought Jeremy's course to do a review on it for my channel, can I write that off?
If you bought his course to do a review,
Yeah,
I would
for my YouTube business. You know?
Are you in the business of reviewing courses?
So would I need to do some other courses first?
I would say no,
Yeah.
personally. I mean, it all depends on what your accountant says. But if I saw that, like, okay, you spent $2,500, you want me to write this off? And it's
Holy moly!
Holy crap, dude. Jesus.
And $20 of that is instantly gone to YouTube.
The way Chris is getting super chats and his money's stolen,
Well, technically, a certain small percentage of that belongs to me now.
Yeah.
Through
All
my
right, I'll
Google
give you
shares.
guys each $1 out of that.
And
No, through my Google shares, I'm saying.
That's right.
I own a fraction, a very small fraction. I think less than a penny.
I guess I could be considered getting paid for that too in my index funds.
There you go. Yeah,
Every store you shop at, you're getting a cut.
exactly.
Well, Andrew, I don't know how to thank you, but we will keep doing live streams together. And you should have paid me a long time ago, boy. You owed me. But no, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Me and Andrew actually do weekly live streams now, Friday at 8 p.m. Go check out his channel.
Bro, Chris, you know that Mike Stathis predicted that $49.99?
Did you guys see?
1990, Mike Stathis predicted today, June 11th, 2022, that you would make $49.99 on a super chat.
Did you
Well,
know
see,
that
that's why I'm nice to all you guys, because you guys give me super chats. You think I'd have you guys on here if you didn't give me super chats?
Yeah. What were you gonna say? What were you gonna say, Fabio? You were gonna say something smart.
Well, I tried to send it in the group. Yeah, That will be in a couple years. I'll be in a couple years. Give me some time. But
In a couple years.
yeah,
What are
man.
you waiting on, boy? Let's go. Don't you
No, a
want 50
couple
bucks?
years. I gotta work a little, grind a little bit longer before I have kids. But the video, I tried to send it in the group chat, but because it's an Android used group chat, it's too long of a video, so I had to send it to individual. I can't send it to you, Jay Nagi, unfortunately, but it's a wonderful video.
Oh, I
You
still
know what
watch
video?
Okay.
Yeah. I checked Fabio's message. I woke up at 3 a.m. and I saw a text from Fabio, and I was like, I'll watch this later, and I never did.
Fabio, what was in the video? Since you couldn't
It was a video because I again, like when I'm working late, I'll like put like status stream on the side and I'll just listen to the whole ramble.
Dude, actually, was that the one you sent me and I responded
Yes.
to you? Oh, dude, that's such a great video. You guys,
No, I recorded 2 parts of it because there were 2 parts out of the many hours that were hilarious. One where he was explaining what I don't know if I can say it without demonetizing you.
What?
We're getting
Yeah,
super chats anyway,
don't get Chris demonetized, dude.
yeah, Fabio.
Use your imagination, but it was something about the supremacy of a certain civilization led by a certain group of people, but overtly saying it and how they taught everyone how to build skyscrapers. And
You're talking
stuff.
about Rome, right?
Yeah, totally. And
They have
then there was another
skyscrapers in
part
Rome?
that I had to film because it was amazing.
Well, they
Started
had
cursing out someone.
they had skyscrapers in
comments to it
Rome,
yet.
but back then the sky was a lot closer to the ground, so it was only like 2 stories.
Oh, boom,
Hold on a second. This $2 is directly sent to your IRA. Well,
That's
first
how it
of all,
works.
I'm not going to get the $2 anyway because YouTube's taking their cut. But whatever's left over, and then I still have to pay FICA taxes, so I'll get like $1 maybe, something like
Okay,
So
Thank
he was Fabio. If I'm correct, he was probably hating on a certain group of people that are more prone to winning Nobel prizes.
No. He was actually explaining to the group that was watching why a certain civilization is superior to all the other civilizations, or at least, you know, is the sole reason for why, you know, the world is how it is today. And how like this particular civilization taught everyone hygiene because everyone else is just dirty. No, but the second one, I think I can send that one. It's him just like absolutely cursing out someone because someone questioned him in the live stream, and then he just started like telling, you know, just cursing him out just like for no reason.
what was the question about?
It was just like you said you're calling out all these scammers. It looks like you're more of a scam than any of them. And then he just started cursing this guy out, saying like he has to respect him and stuff, that he's a credible source. He's the only credible source out there. Like he does the rambles as typical.
He said he has $1 million guarantee on his website. That is the most scammy comment I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
$1 million guarantee.
Dude, yeah. Like Mike's, like somebody showed up on my channel and they tried arguing against me, and I'm pretty sure it was a Mike Stathis burner account. So I just go, yeah, okay. First off, on investing, Mike Stathis is clueless. I'm fine saying that. You are. Second off, I wrote on there. I go, you should look at his other information and consider whether you really want to follow this guy. He has some, as we would say, questionable beliefs questionable beliefs about Jewish people.
Sorry, it is funny because Cole randomly brings out the chicken. He starts eating.
Wait, what's funny about chicken?
No, it's because we're talking, and all of a sudden this plate just shows up.
Oh, yeah.
And you just start eating.
Cole, this is a very professional podcast. Okay? You can't be eating on it.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Mass Money. Thank you.
Yeah, now stop spamming.
Yeah.
If Chris is getting so much money, I'm gonna need 2 axes.
Yeah. Let's just stream all freaking night until I get like $1,000. I'm just gonna milk my audience.
Dude, there is no way I could just stay on video cam talking about
You're gonna run out of
investing
chicken.
until midnight. Yeah.
Why, Cole?
That's
If
your
you're
job.
really into something, you should be able to do it. What do you?
I think we should talk about. Do you guys want to talk about bonds, preferred stocks, and common stock?
Oh, like last night.
Preferred stock.
Hours.
I mean, it depends if you can get a good yield on it and it fits your portfolio.
Did you know a preferred stock is higher on the hierarchy than common stock?
Everything is.
Yeah.
Your preferred shares aren't going to increase in value like common stock. That's why. You also get paid right after the bondholder.
This man's just quoting last night now.
I got private tutoring from Fabio.
Aw.
Yeah.
So you were teaching him about preferred shares last night?
Well, now Cole, you're on the spot. What else did you learn about?
Did you know that in 1947 the Jews annexed?
No.
Okay.
No. Bad.
Let's see.
You learned that on Mike Stathis's live stream.
I learned how to do an IRR calculation, which has many flaws, like it doesn't account for risk or scaling.
How much time did you guys spend on this? Like,
6
how did
hours.
this even happen?
Well, Fabio's starting his own course.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Are you? How much you gonna charge, Fabio? 0? Really?
Fabio.
Don't charge anything for it.
Now, Fabio, I think if you put together a good course, you should charge 10 or 20 bucks. I'll help you do it.
You'll help him charge money.
Well, okay, so
I hope you charge, and I can take
this
that.
this is not going to be like a course that someone, like I was telling Cole, there's no way, because I can't justify like the time to put into it. It's not a course
That's the
that
problem.
tomorrow, you take the whole course and now you're going to be like employable in the industry. That's not the case.
Yeah.
But it's going to be like, so LaFufu's course,
Yeah, most people who finish
it's rectifying
his course,
that.
Yeah.
It's at least
Well,
rectifying people with that.
The
giving them
thing
the-
is, man, is I'm against courses unless you're not charging a lot of money and it has a lot of good information. Chris doesn't like Sven Carlin, which is fine, but I'll put it out there. He has an excellent free course. And I mean, if he charged $5 or $10 for it, I wouldn't say anything. It's the ridiculousness of people charging $800 that I have a problem with, because it's like, if you're just sitting there and you're like, I want to learn the basics, I don't really feel like learning it on my own. Well, this guy's charging me $10 to teach me the basics. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the problem with people like Jeremy, who are just view their fan base. It's just things to be milked for cash. And also their knowledge level is sketchy at best.
Yeah,
Man,
big
he
thing.
has some good tax advice in there.
I have an upgrade coming to actually improve the quality of when I teach. Oh gosh.
Oh,
This one's directed to Jay.
What are your credentials, Jay?
I didn't know it all. So credentials are I went to USF for finance. I don't know where you get.
Oh, yeah, that's
Are you going to question a
university.
man that has a tomahawk in his hand?
Yeah, that's a little racist, by the way. I wasn't going to say anything.
Great, don't care. Love my axe. But
Thank you, Juan. Thank you, Gil. See, Gil's
Yeah.
the guy he puts these small super chats and he talks trash the whole time.
Yeah, for that
Oh,
$10
I'm
super
okay.
chat, I guess you really owe him one.
I do.
But yeah, no, I don't know. It just interrupts the flow sometimes. But what were you saying, Fabio? You're going to improve what?
Oh, I bought actually because I've been borrowing my wife's tablet sometimes here and
Oh, I
there.
thought you were going to say panties.
No, oh, there he goes.
He's talking trash, Jay. What are you going to say?
I have no idea what that means because my degree was free. You paid for it. So you can thank me for my service at that point.
Yeah. And you can't question the financial skills of someone who spends $2 to trash talk.
Yeah, Gil, if you gave me
That is
$100,
true.
I'd take you more seriously, okay?
We're gonna need to actually take him serious. We're gonna need a $50 super chat right now.
I'm waiting, Gil.
And that does get you a free hour of tax advice from Chris.
No, I charge more than that.
But okay, Fabio. Finish what you were saying.
We're not gonna
What is a Dogecoin millionaire?
Y'all see Graham's vid on the decline? I briefly watched that, but honestly, Graham's videos are so like cookie cutter and
I don't watch Graham at all. It's too much. It's too much for me.
it's too basic. It's like, I mean, I don't know, analyze a stock or something.
I think he makes good videos. It's just that I'm not going to learn anything by watching, and I also don't find him that entertaining. So it has to be like one or the other, where I'm going to learn from you, or you're just really entertaining me. That's why I don't watch his stuff.
Yeah.
But okay, now let's get to it.
Well, no, so I just basically I made a purchase because I needed one anyway, especially for my next employment because I'm going to be traveling here and there.
There's not even a podcast anymore. It's just us doing this.
Yeah.
We're gonna end up like there's this socialist podcast that like talks like they just trash the 1% and stuff, and their Patreon makes like $2 million a year.
Because that's what you do.
Yeah.
Like, look, my friend, Chavez's family is one of the wealthiest people in Latin America. I mean, come on.
Yeah. So we're just gonna sit here and talk about how evil people are for taking money from their viewers.
Jeremy's so ugly. Oh my God. Super chat. Okay, so Chris needs more experience to work for me. What do you do, Gil? Like, what's your job?
I still can't tell if that's like a piercing under his lip.
Okay,
It's like a light.
I don't care. Fabio, finish your point. Even if super chats come in, keep talking.
I'm still gonna make the noise, by the way. So
Yeah, no, Chris, just keep doing the noise.
I'm actually just at random 5-minute intervals. I'm just gonna
like,
do it.
Every time a super chat comes in, Chris just does a noise, but we continue our conversation.
Yeah, we're gonna have to come to some agreement.
Basically, all he does is okay. So I actually purchased like an iPad Pro setup, like the 12.9. So because that way I can do from what I figured, it actually can edit videos, do thumbnails on the go, and then also serves for me to do my work. I can take notes on it and stuff like that, and I can like broadcast it when I'm doing videos if I ever want to have like a scratch pad and show people like a design, explain something, write a formula, anything like that. Makes it a lot easier, and I can just do it.
No, in reality, the iPad is so that he can live stream and also have porn open.
Well, more so that I can live stream my pornography.
Oh yeah, because you can aim it better.
Yeah,
Cole,
I
really
can
give us a window into your soul when you say things like that.
Yeah. The chicken was the hint, you know, eating the chicken, the way he did. I saw the angle at which it approached his mouth.
All right, so Lars, I checked out Patrick Boyle. He's a bald English man that runs a hedge fund.
Used to run a hedge fund, from what I saw.
Used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Tom Nash worked there.
Did he?
No, didn't Tom Nash claim he worked at Goldman?
Didn't Tom Nash claim he was going to debate Fabio at 2:30 p.m.?
Yeah, what happened to that, Fabio?
Yeah, where's that?
I got an email. I got an email from his assistant that saying they wanted to reschedule it to next Saturday.
So,
Fabio, how much did your thing cost?
So I got, because what I saw is I didn't need the 16 gigabyte RAM. I got I think the 512 memory. Yeah, 512 gigabyte memory, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and the larger setup with I got the Logitech keyboard instead.
An iPad with 16 gigabytes of RAM?
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes, they sell that now.
It's
but you
better
don't
than
need
my
that. From what I'm
that's what my computer is.
Really? Oh. Well, because like it's good for Photoshop. I mean, it is, but you don't need 16. You can run with 8. My PC here has 32. But anyways, sorry, getting out of track. The cost, I think in total, was about like $1,600 with everything together.
$1,600 for a tablet?
A tablet, the pen. No, but this thing's like huge tablet. So you can get the regular iPad for like, I think $500, $300, something like that.
Wait,
the Pro variants start to get in there. If you get a low memory, you can get a Pro variant for like $700, $800. And then
do you have,
it kind of
like,
just
do you have
scales
it
up.
on? Can you just show us?
No. It's arriving on Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
so you
business
used
expense.
Arrive. Yeah.
You can deduct that. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's actually
I'm actually putting it on Capital Mindset Holdings, and then I put this PC on Capital Mindset Holdings. This whole PC, this monitor, the PC itself, and I moved my old PC over there, so I have a desk now. I have 2 desks in this room.
Yeah.
And
How
you
often
can
do you
deduct
check
some
like your?
shit.
What?
Go ahead, Cole. Go ahead.
Oh, Fabio, how often do you check like your bank account and stuff?
Every day.
Oh, okay. Because for like 2 months, I've been having my OnlyFans go through Capital Mindset LLC too. But
No, so I do check it every single day. I check my personal, and I check my personal on the different bank accounts. And because I had a trauma when I was not a trauma, but
trauma, goddamn.
When I was younger, when I was a lot younger, I had this fees that were tacked on, and because I was a young kid, I was in high school still, and I had all these fees on the account, and it's because I wasn't paying attention to it. And then the banker told me, well, you should pay attention to your bank account, and it was just because I didn't have any movement going through my bank account. But I was like, I didn't have a job. I was an unemployed high schooler, you know? So I had all these fees, and I didn't have a student account for some reason. For whatever reason, I didn't have a student account, because if you have a student account, you don't get the fees or whatever. And so from then on, I got just the habit that I check my bank accounts every day. And just the other day, I had a fraudulent charge on Spotify with my business account, somehow with my debit card that never leaves this room. And I was like, what the hell? And it was some random email. So I have no idea how they got my information. But because I check it every day, I saw it, contacted Spotify, got it refunded, and etc., and closed the debit card.
You probably have some malware on your computer.
No, because I don't even put it anywhere. I never use the debit card whatsoever. I literally just threw it into a drawer and then just hid it away.
Yeah, well, now you're just describing something that sounds impossible.
Yeah, no, I know, but that's what it was.
It's starting to doubt your story, Fabio.
It was impossible. I mean, it was you can't see the number, so haha, it was this card here, but it doesn't work anyway.
Better be careful, man. By about next year, Jeremy's going to need money. He might be breaking into your house for your debit card.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, I'm most likely, I'm not even gonna keep all the money that comes into that account. I don't even keep it in there. I just transfer it to a separate account that doesn't even have any form of connection or way for someone to do that. So it's not going to have any money in the first place.
And that brings us to our sponsor, Marcus by Goldman Sachs. Get 0.8%.
Our sponsor is not that. It is
Treasury.gov.
TreasuryDirect.gov.
Use promo code STRONGMAN. Get 20% off your next Treasury purchase.
Have you ever wondered how the bank screws you? Have you ever wondered how to get higher interest rates with a risk-free asset? Well, check out TreasuryDirect.gov. Link in the description, right?
That would actually be an insane return if you get like a short-term treasury 20% off.
Yeah.
You make a fortune.
Bro, think about this, man. People were locking in for 20 or 30 years, 15% on bonds in the early 1980s.
Yeah. I mean, you're set.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And you had capital appreciation all the way through. So you could have sold those bonds.
Fabio, here's a serious question.
What?
Over the last 2 years, like who was Yes, it is a nice place. Thank you. See, y'all get hate comments. People love me.
I don't get hate. I relish.
Bill's the only guy that's hated on me. Well, Mike Stathis, but I mean, he's Mike Stathis.
BP used to hate, but now he doesn't hate. I don't know why. As soon as he saw my wife, he stopped hating me.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm not kidding. No, I'm not kidding. That's the episode that he stopped. He completely stopped.
What race is she?
Yeah, because he probably at that point he really realized that he had nothing on you. It's like, okay, he's got a beautiful wife. He's doing well financially. I don't really.
Got a big cock.
He's got a huge cock.
Yeah.
Paul would say.
Hey, by the way, Fabio, so you met somebody in person recently. Do you
I
want to
met
talk about that?
Nate.
How did that go? I heard some drama went down at the place. you were at.
Tell us word for word what he said.
Oh God.
It's a comedy show. People say things at comedy shows, okay, gentlemen. And let me just say, it wasn't just him. So I went with my Jewish friend, and he wears the Star of David proudly, outwardly, and every single comedian could not help it. We were sitting in the front row. Every single one, without fail, made a joke on it. Like, oh, there was the like, oh, you guys are like friends or whatever, and then they say, oh, they pointed to my friend who he's blonde, right? He's tall and blonde, and so they said, oh, you'd be able to walk out, you'd be able to escape, you'd be like, good morning to you, and then your
Escape
friend here,
what?
he's screwed. Like they're pointing to me. I don't know,
I'll be right back.
but yeah, oh yeah, well, I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Don't give too much away of Nate's material. Not that anybody here is.
No, these were like the whole show. That's not even like, it wasn't a unique take. It was like everyone. It was every single guy without fail made one variation of the same joke because they saw the star.
Yeah, well, of course they're gonna go for an easy joke to draw in the crowd, and that's an easy one. They see that there, and then they just
There was a lot of interesting ones. So like there was this guy from India that he made some interesting jokes about Florida and refugees from Boston. So he's like, I was a refugee twice. He was like, I was a refugee from India to Boston. And then when he's like, oh, when I arrived in the States, I made a big mistake. I went to a blue state. And then I was a refugee a second time, and I came back down here to you Floridians. And he's like, I don't know. And they made the joke like, I don't know about you guys, but up north we had a pandemic. Like, those kind of jokes are like,
we were all just living our lives normally.
Yeah, no, that 2020, in October of 2020, me and all my friends, we all went downtown Orlando. Like it was crowded. It was like we went to a Brazilian event with a Brazilian DJ, no one wearing a mask whatsoever, just like
losing soccer games.
It's crazy. It was crazy. That was 2020. Like no one here, like we didn't really have the lockdown. Wasn't even lockdown. It was just people voluntarily kind of just staying home, if anything.
Yeah, I had a British friend around that time, and he said like you couldn't like walk down the street. Like you would, like the police would stop you and ask like where you're headed, and if you're not like headed home, then they're gonna take you home. Like you can't just go for a walk outside.
Yeah,
that's not still what's happening, but when the pandemic was starting.
Yeah. No, it was crazy in some countries. I mean, but again, that's why I was like, all right, everything. I love the fact that I was living in Florida. Now that does mean that Florida is going to now change. All those people are going to come here. It's going to change. But that's how it was. California one time was once not what it was today. I mean, in its growth phase, it was something completely different. But now California is different. But that's the natural transition of things. And then everything has its rise and decline. It's normal. And then I think that's why I was telling you, Cole, last night, you got to make money. And then once you got money, you can go anywhere in the world. You can just change locations.
Yeah,
really
Fabio
easy.
kept making fun of me. He's like, Cole, you're poor, so you can't just up and leave.
No, that's not true.
Fabio said if Biden gets elected again, he's going to move to the Netherlands.
No, I don't know, man. I would totally move to Puerto Rico right now, but my wife won't. It's only my wife stopping me.
Why? The no taxes?
Oh my God, yeah. Like, oh my gosh, my portfolio could just do what it does, and I would just pay nothing, could make money remotely, basically pay nothing. And yeah, just like from there, I'd still be in the United States. That's like a soft exit of the United States. But yeah, I think like it's already good to like just diversify your assets into different countries, because there's actually bank accounts you can open in various different countries to kind of have things in other places, and then you can have brokerages in those countries and then kind of invest through there. But yeah, all of that is the good stuff.
Here's what I'm wondering, Fabio. If you hate taxes so much, why don't you move to Somalia?
Well, depends. Can I get in good with the government? If I can get in good with the government in Somalia, and then I'll move to Somalia.
Have you heard that one before, Jay?
So
Moving to Somalia.
Yeah, basically, anytime you promote any sort of smaller government kind of thing, people are like, "Why don't you just move to Somalia then?"
That's because they can't really form an argument, and so they just throw out something stupid. Like, yeah, you know, you don't want anarchy. The question is, how big of a government do you want? I mean, yeah, it's a stupid statement.
What's the name of your hat, Jay?
I don't really know where to go other than that.
Yeah.
That it's a moronic statement. It's the same thing where, you know, you start talking about firearms and you're like, it's a nuanced subject, man, with a lot of different variables. Oh, well, you just want people to be shot. Like, no, it's the same. Like, people do that all the time.
Man, I tell you, I'm sure everyone who tuned in was like, I sure hope I get to hear these three jackasses talk about politics for an hour.
Yeah, I didn't really want to talk about politics too much.
Well, I was asking, I don't know if you heard me. I said, what's the name of your hat? What kind of hat is it?
A scaly cap.
Skelly?
I have one. I have one over there.
Put it on then, Fabio.
That's it.
I'm calling your bluff.
But then it's
Go
like
ahead.
it's with the
Go ahead,
headphones.
Google
It's not. It's annoying.
Yeah, you don't actually have one, poser.
I do.
Yeah,
I'll only show. I'm not gonna put it on.
Oh, here it comes. Remember, Gil doesn't like this hat because he just told us in the live stream that everybody who wears this hat is a smug know-it-all. Uh-oh.
Oh!
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But it's a flat variant, so it's a little bit more flat in the front.
Yeah, you can call it a flat cap too. It's been called that. Newsboy hat, whatever. I mean, it's all just slang at the end of the day, but
Yeah. You know what? I'll just join you.
There you go, dude. You look, and it matches your shirt, so that's
yeah,
There you go.
dude.
Now I
There
just
we
need
go.
like a cigarette in one hand,
Yeah.
my coffee in the other.
it's. I mean, you're like, you look like an entire. Like, I would not recognize you, Fabio. Like, if I just saw a picture of you, I would not recognize you.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have.
I would recognize your iconic 10-gallon invisible jug that you drink from.
I wear this when I go to Europe because over there it's more fashionable. Like you'll see more people.
And you don't want to get lice from Europeans because they're filthy people.
No, people in the United States, it's maybe here in Florida, Jay, but people here in Florida sometimes they don't dress. They don't dress up.
Is Chris having a domestic right
Just
now? Like, where
chilling.
did he go?
He might be. You never know. He might have worked too much today. But Fabio, did you buy anything this week?
Yeah, I actually was towards the end of the week. So Friday, I bought a bit more of the same old, really. I nibbled into some more Netflix. I nibbled into some more Facebook. That one's a bit smaller. I bought some slightly more GPN. But yeah, just kind of just like buying the same old. I'm boring. I don't have like new stocks to buy this month.
No, I'm the same way. I'm just curious what you're buying because even though you like a company, doesn't mean that you like it at the current price. Like, I hate Facebook, but Facebook dropped to like $140. You gotta buy some shares.
Yeah. Why does this question comes up a lot? A lot of people think I'm like Democrat. just because of the Tesla.
Didn't you? And you voted for Chavez. So
I did vote for Chavez. Because I was old enough to vote for Chavez.
And they had elections.
Yeah.
Was he elected? I have no idea.
He was elected the first time. The first time, absolutely, he was elected.
And the second time, he got like 113% of the vote.
No, he didn't. No, he did probably win the second one too. And then
the third one.
The third one started to get questionable. The fourth one, or every other election after that, and especially Maduro's elections were probably not.
Yeah, didn't you when he won the third election? Didn't you say that he pulled a Joe Biden?
Cole, stop it.
Referencing something that wouldn't happen until much later.
Oh, you guys did a live stream last night. And
no live stream. No.
Oh,
we
you
were recording together, yeah.
So you were tutoring him, Fabio?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fabio said he was too stupid to teach people finance and accounting, so he had to have me on.
Yeah, basically. Well, it's because I need also someone to kind of guide where my explanation will be lacking. And Cole was a good candidate because he, according to Cole,
retarded,
he told me he did not have any finance experience. He didn't know anything, right? That was his words, not mine. And so I was like, that's the perfect candidate for someone to then kind of guide the content going forward. So then someone could follow along. And then the goal is to kind of a brand new person watches this, gets to the end, and also kind of evolves alongside Cole. So that's the goal, right? That's what we're going for, but we'll see if what the final product comes out.
Someone said Strongman is breeding more kids. I would be very pissed off if he was actually left to go fuck his wife.
No, I think it's the baby. Like a baby is like,
dude, it's definitely the baby.
Yeah.
You don't think he's fucking his wife right now?
Jesus Christ.
But look, as to what I did this week, my Exxon finally went down, so I was able to close out of my options. Made I think in total I made like a $53 profit. That included swings of like $300. But so I'm officially entirely in index funds again.
I want to bring this one up because there's a comment on there. I'll let Fabio run. What do you think of the Vanguard total bond market?
So it's probably a play if you think rates are going to come down. Like if you think we're going to go into a Japan scenario, which is actually I think likely. Like there's a guy who my only issue with him is his timing, but I think ultimately he's going to be kind of right, and that's this guy Stephen Van Meter. He has like a whole thesis where he's been buying bonds, and that's pretty much all he's investing in, because his thesis is that rates are actually going to come down. So they have this little blip up, and he's kind of following the track record of what happened, similar to what 08 in 08. And then kind of afterwards, we're kind of going to trend even lower and kind of get into a Japan-like state, which is not a good scenario, but it's what he kind of expects.
I don't think we're gonna go to Japan levels. I think we're in for it, but I don't think we're at whatever you think of PBD, Patrick Bet David, or however you say his name. He did have an excellent episode of Valuetainment where he had on what we called the father of quantitative easing.
I saw that. Yes, I saw the whole thing.
Okay. Yeah. So I didn't get all the way through it, but it was extremely interesting listening to this guy break down. I was trying to digest it with my caveman brain, but I was like, all right, I have to listen to this a couple of times. But when he said that during the height of the Japanese real estate bubble, one garden in Tokyo was worth more than the state of California and every building on it. You're going to fall and probably never recover to that. That's not sustainable, but I don't think we're at that level.
As far as just the stock market,
I think we're in for 10 years where we're go ahead.
Oh, I just wanted to say Japan's total stock market, the PE ratio for the market was 60 at the peak. So we're not even close to that level of stupidity.
Let me kind of come in here and say that, because I think you guys misunderstood what I meant by Japan-like scenario. Japan-like scenario with rates and further quantitative, not the stock market. Okay, that's not what he's referring. Yeah. So, and I was discussing that exact interview with the Discord members, because I think this is actually good. We can have this conversation. So, I wanted to do something, not a reaction to that video because it's a 2-hour-long video, but kind of a synopsis of the content, because I think that he doesn't do a good enough job at really breaking down the concepts, because if you watch it, spoiler alert, Patrick never got it. He never understands what the other guy's saying. He doesn't understand it whatsoever. So they don't actually then agree on each other. I kind of understood what both of them were saying and from the perspectives they were saying it, but they weren't communicating right. They needed like a bridge there, but there wasn't that bridge because even the other guy didn't even understand what the German guy was saying. I always forget his name. I just call him the German guy. I'm really bad with names. You know,
Werner. Is that it?
Werner. Thank you. I just know him as the German guy because he wrote Princes of the Yen. But anyways, like we can have that discussion and kind of have the audience here kind of pitch in here and there. But because I if you didn't understand a word, it's because I'm serious. I watched it and I understood what he was trying to say. But he did not do a good job of explaining it.
Yeah, no, but the problem with what Patrick was doing in that interview is he was trying to be a good interviewer.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a lot of the questions he asked, I was like, I don't really see how this is getting to the point of what this guy knows. Because you want, like, I think he you know, Patrick, even though he talks about being a stockbroker, like when I listen to him talk, I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? When he was talking about Salesforce, he goes, Salesforce is down by X amount of dollars. Who cares? That doesn't mean that it's either undervalued or overvalued. You have to look at the fundamentals. Like, I don't know why
Patrick never focused on that stuff. He was never a portfolio manager or portfolio management. I think he was pretty much the guy who acquired capital. He did sales. I remembered when I went to
his company sell insurance or something.
Well, that's his current company. But when he worked at like Goldman Sachs or whatever, he wasn't a manager of any sorts. He actually just acquired capital. So when I worked when I was much younger, I think it was exactly 18. And I worked very briefly at an internship at JP Morgan. And it was back in my university days. And I remember meeting a financial advisor. I didn't really know much what a financial advisor was whatsoever. And this guy worked at a Chase bank. Yeah. So you can attest to this, Chris, but the guy actually told me, and by the way, this guy was a good you'd agree with this financial advisor, but he did say
really?
to me,
Let's see.
yes, because he said, I don't know what he sold people. I only know him in conversation. He said, I don't know anything about stocks. I just invest in index funds. But then I had the wrong impression younger that I was like, oh, financial advisors, they know how to evaluate stocks and stuff. And they're like,
no, Fabio, keep talking.
Sorry. Yeah, that's right. and so that's when I first learned, okay, so it really does depend. It's nuanced as to, the where you're working, what it is you're doing. But a lot of financial advisors are kind of just acquiring that capital, and then they're shipping that capital elsewhere to actually be managed in these certain products, right? And that's basically what a lot of them are doing. But so that's what Patrick did. He has his, I think Series 7, whatever, but he doesn't know that doesn't mean he knows how to evaluate a business. So exactly what you were saying. And so when he was asking this Werner guy these questions, I think Jay Nagy's frozen. Oh, there we go. I don't think he knew where to begin, right? So, and it clearly none of it really translated to him. So I thought that was unfortunate because then towards the end of the interview, you're not going to see at any point in time where then he tries to ask questions that break down Werner's concepts, because he never got past point A. So Werner was trying to go point A, point B, point C, point D. Patrick never gets to point B. He kind of stays at point A. So,
well, my opinion on Patrick, as far as just purely being an interviewer, is he has his good points and his bad points. Whereas if you look at like Rogan, what makes him such an excellent interviewer is he knows when to just step back and let the guest run. PBD doesn't know how to do that. He'll interrupt the guest when I'm like, dude, you should have just let that guy run.
Yep. And it's not even like, I wish he had some sort of intermediary. He sometimes brings, I forget her name, but people probably know if they watch his show a lot. This woman who she used to work at the Fed, I think she would have been a good intermediary to just have there, where Werner could have expressed his concepts, and then she could have broken them down a little bit more for him, and so that he could ask better questions afterwards. But since he didn't have anyone there, because his co-host or whoever his assistant was legitimately had no idea either. So the interview never went past point A, which is like, it was kind of unfortunate. So like, for example, point A was him trying to explain that the Federal Reserve does not print money, that QE is not printing money. They never got past that. So the whole interview, Patrick Bet David was pushing back like in the second hour, he was like, oh, they're printing money. They're printing money. They're printing money. They never got past that point. And he never, because then Warner was trying to express other ideas beyond that. So then to kind of express why it is this was the case. He went into some instances which are actually true when you actually examine the makeup of a growing economy. You need banks. You need a ton of banks. So if you look at Germany's economy, they have a ton of banks. The United States has a ton of banks. China, actually, when the reforms they did, they created a ton of banks. And then as you have kind of this centralization of authority, you have a decreasing amount of banks. And that's happening in the United States right now. Not so much in Germany, but it is in the EU. Overall in the EU, there's a consolidation of banks. And so since they never got there, they couldn't explore the other ideas, which I found like upsetting because, like, for example, there's the concept that you get to where you have the crowding out effect. That's going to happen more in a system where there's fewer banks because there's more likely to just go after big fish, aka the government. And so you have a lack of money that then flows into the private sector, which then causes this crowding out effect, declining velocity of money, and you end up with a not good scenario, which everyone's heading in that direction. Even China's already even lower than us, by the way, in velocity. United States is declining in velocity. Japan's still declining velocity. The EU as a whole is declining velocity. Like, it's not good because that doesn't bode well for future growth. It's not a good trend line to be in. We don't know how to
break up the banks.
You could break up the banks, but the thing is the government wants to regulate more, and that usually leads to greater consolidation. So like usually regulations always tend to favor them. Always, like rule of thumb. That's why always the bigger banks always are the ones coming out and saying, you see their CEOs, we need to regulate this, we need to regulate that. Jamie Dimon coming out and saying, we need to regulate this, we need to regulate that. He's doing that for a reason. It's his fiduciary responsibility to the shareholders to do what is in their best interest. And that's to, lobby for more regulation because they can do it. And the smaller banks, and he was making that point too. And Patrick agreed with him, but they didn't connect that point to point B because he never got past point A. But that point was necessary to understand point B, if I'm trying to map it out for you guys.
Well, Fabio, I guess that's why they call you Dora the Explorer.
No, I agree with you on that.
Yeah. But
I don't have a hat, so I put on a tie. I hope you guys enjoy that.
Take your freaking shirt off. Let's go.
Are we all doing? No.
Where the hell Jay go to? Did I miss
Jay's
something?
Jay's taking off his pants.
Oh.
I get naked if we're going to talk some stocks.
Are you buying any stocks, Jay? Or are you just doing VT?
I'm just right now TSP, and then whatever's left over, I throw into Vanguard. I might buy more British American tobacco. I want to get that to a little bit larger portion, but I'm not going balls deep on it. So
I love that term so much. Balls deep. Like just describing stock. I'm going balls deep into the stock.
But
what about you, ladies and gentlemen? I'm starting to get a little tempted with Intel now. It's in the 30s.
Are you going to go
Why'd you rub your nipple when you
deep
said that?
into Intel?
No, just the tip on this one.
Just the tip.
I've spent so much money on stocks this year. My savings account's starting to get a little low, alarmingly low. So,
well, dude, Intel, despite the problems, Fabio, you told me about, those problems, Intel might be getting to a point where I'm just like, okay, there's so much risk that's been eliminated in this stock where I'm like,
and they only need one good team. Let me remind you that. Everything I said, remember that. That was a lot with the United States tech teams. They only need one good team, and their Israeli team is among the best in the world.
Look at that.
That's where most of their success comes from in Israel.
Bro, I mean, what's Intel? Let me look at it right now.
I think it's like $39 right now. I mean, like
$39?
even if you bought it, if you bought it right now, you're going to get some kind of positive return, even with declining revenues. It may not be a 10x, but according to models, you're going to make some.
I say, what's the point of investing in a stock if you don't 10x?
If you 9x'd.
I mean, it's not worth my time at that point.
Well, have fun being poor, Cole.
Yeah.
When I did that, when I created that sheet for the price to earnings ratios, just as a quick little cheat sheet, I didn't even go to a 6 price to earnings ratio. But for an 8 PE ratio, all you need is like a 4% return to justify buying it. So, I mean, with Intel, basically what I'm saying is at the price, I got to look more into it. At the price it's at now, probably good, even if you get 0 growth out of it, just the dividends.
No, honestly, if I had more money in savings and I didn't blow it all on BABA and VT, I would probably get like $1,000 in Intel. I mean, nothing crazy, but I think it's at a pretty good value right now.
Yeah, dude, I like looking at it now. I might be like, I think I might be going in. Again, not balls deep, but I might have to enter the market.
Like halfway in the shaft, halfway up the shaft, maybe.
I'm talking about just the top of the head.
Like, so does balls deep mean your entire portfolio is in it?
No, for me, balls deep would be like a 10% weighting in my portfolio.
That is not balls deep.
Which will probably never happen for any individual stock ever anyways. But, that's just my level of risk aversion.
Yeah, I think Mike Stathis was Mike was valuing Intel. He said he thought it could hit $88. So that'd be a good return.
Mike Stathis said that?
Yeah.
Well, that's all the encouragement I needed.
Hey, my iPad coming in does not have an Intel chip, therefore bearish on Intel.
Is Apple?
But
I don't keep up with Apple.
Simultaneously, I have an i9 in my PC, therefore bullish on Intel. So now I'm neutral.
How big is your dick, Jay Nagi? Jesus Christ.
Average. Comfortably average, not afraid to admit it.
More importantly, are you a shower or a grower?
No, I'm a grower, dude.
I'm a grower too. I am not a shower, man.
No, in cold weather, it's just embarrassing.
Yeah, that question never makes sense over text because I always see people type like, "Are you a shower?" And I'm like, "No."
The fuck, Cole.
So that's just actually what happened. That's just an actual issue I have.
Wait, Cole, repeat your joke again.
No, I just said he thought Intel would go to $88.
$14.88.
Yeah, there we go.
Where's my $10, boy?
Didn't count for you.
Oh, what? Did you not say you'd give $10?
Oh, jeez, god damn it!
Strongman, how do you know that dog whistle?
You know,
you were awfully quick.
I've been through different phases of my life before. Okay?
That was awfully quick.
Well, as soon as I saw money on the table, I was like, dude.
You close your eyes, you search the internet.
I typed in Nazi
scoured.
88, and the first thing that came up,
Yeah, so H is the 8th letter of the alphabet. So 88 means Heil Hitler is the buzzword.
Dude, have you been spending a lot of your time with the brand in prison?
With what?
He's been spending too much time on 4chan. I know exactly what what board.
Dude, they those people, the brand, they're people who share Mike Stathis's beliefs, but they're a prison gang.
Huh.
I don't want to really say they're real because I just don't want them assassinating me. So
like they actually
we just keep going at it.
Like I have to go out to the pool tomorrow. Like this, I'm very white.
Cole, that's actually okay. You can you can preserve your skin. Like I almost never go outside, and look how young and sexy I look.
I need to get outside.
Yeah, wow.
Well, look at that funny little hippo on a gaming chair falling over in my super sticker. That is so funny.
Yeah, the weird thing is, like, YouTube or StreamYard or whatever has never figured out how to actually show super stickers. Can y'all see it?
I can't see it.
I can only see it on the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
That's freaking
but
weird.
YouTube's gonna get better
So-
in live streams, or their connectivity in live streams. It's gonna get better.
Or I'm going to Rumble.
I'm going to Rumble.
Hey, are you on Rumble, by the way?
Chris,
I'm on Rumble.
You getting paid?
I do get paid
All right, so
on Rumble.
all right, I'll get you Jay in a second. We're talking about money here, and I'm a greedy, you know what?
God damn.
yeah, no, I'm with you.
No, but see, my
So
only
can
concern.
you just
Go ahead, Jay.
Oh shit.
No, I was going to
G-Con.
ask, can you just monetize right off the bat?
Yeah, right off the bat, but it's garbage.
Yeah, but
It's
like,
absolutely
does
garbage.
YouTube get
Let me
pissed
tell you how
if
many
you're-
subscribers I have. Let me tell you right now.
But does YouTube get
I have
pissed if you
51
put your videos
subscribers.
on there? Since you're
Yeah.
monetized on YouTube.
Every single video that I have, they have an add-on with YouTube where it's weird. YouTube is like completely open source like that. So you connect your Rumble account to your YouTube and it automatically uploads to both.
Guys, I have to go.
So
What were you going to
And-
do?
and-
Go
but
set up
it's
your Rumble
absolutely-
account?
yeah, like I have a couple fans on Rumble, and it's absolutely
Wait,
hilarious.
are they only fans or more than that?
No. Like, and when I say like literally just a couple fans on Rumble, because I have 51 subscribers, my videos on there get like 2, 10, 6 views. And it's just for them. Like these guys are just having this own show here.
Yeah, put up RK's comment right now.
RK.
Yeah. Who wants to swing at that one?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah.
I actually don't care about this douchebag's opinion, and I want to Fabio had
The douchebag being Fabio. Yeah.
Keep
I think that's
talking,
my
dude. What were you
tie. Yeah.
Well, no. So I'm looking at my Rumble right now. I don't even know what comment you guys even pulled up, but because I don't have it in front of me. I have the Rumble account looking through.
Yeah, Fabio's like, I don't even read YouTube comments anymore. You have to post on my Rumble for me to see it.
Yeah, no. I actually get none. No one comments on Rumble. No one comments on Rumble.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
looking
literally-
at like 2 views, 1 view, 6 views.
Yeah. It's just I'm looking through. Oh, you're looking at mine?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Yeah. It gets no views.
Somebody linked
Good.
me to like an alternate YouTube. It's like it's supposed to be a competitor. And literally just went to the homepage and every video was like just white supremacy stuff. I was like, that's an
On
interesting site.
Rumble?
No, it wasn't Rumble. It was some other YouTube like alternate site.
Wait, so Salvador Lozano, that comment or that question, none of us do YouTube full time.
I'm working on it.
I'm
Cole
trying.
is working on it. No, yeah, none of us like stopped doing what we doing before YouTube. Like we're living off YouTube.
Yeah, what did you do? What did you do before you started using shitty clip art for a profile picture?
So what?
Talking to
He's
Sal.
talking to the commenter.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I'm so diplomatic.
No, it looks. I want to be an artist. I suck. That looks nice.
You probably
looking
think it's
up-
a chick. That's why you're being nice.
I don't think Salvador is a chick.
Well,
She looked like.
Are you
If
gonna answer
that
the
was a
question,
chick,
Cole?
though, it looked like Hannah Gatsby.
Are you gonna answer the question, Cole?
Yeah, I work at a bank.
Okay.
I'm basically. Have you seen The Big Short? That's what I do.
What do you actually? What are you like? What do you do? Can you go into more detail, Cole?
Yeah, you walk into the if you walk into a branch, you need help with something. That's what I do. I'll open your account. I'll make you a debit card.
I need a good fluffing.
Yeah, if you need a good fluffing, if you just want to, if you want to say you need to deposit a check, but then spend 10 minutes complaining to me about your husband's divorcing you, that's what I do.
That sounds like the life, man.
Yeah. I felt very. I texted y'all actually. Yeah, I'll share it for the viewers though. I had this absolute dumbass come in. She was like, So we offer credit cards with very low interest rates. And this lady came in, her credit card with us was 6%, which is crazy for a credit card.
That's good.
Yeah. And she was complaining. She's like, yeah, y'all lied to me. When I got this credit card, y'all said it was going to have a low interest rate, but I'm paying like $50 a month. Meanwhile, her balance is like $8,000. I'm like, okay, well, that'd be why you're getting charged interest. And she's like, oh yeah. She's like, if I'm gonna be charged all this interest, I'll just pay the whole thing off. I was like, okay, yeah.
If you could pay it off, why would you not pay it off?
Oh yeah, she had like over 50,000 in her account. She could. That's what she did. She just paid it off. I don't know why. I was so confused.
Was she hot?
Did she not? She didn't understand. She didn't understand interest.
Yeah, I guess.
Cole, when a client walks in, do you always think about the possibility of having coitus with them or not?
I've asked out 2 customers.
Bullshit.
One of them said yes, and I gave them my number, and I never heard from her again.
Dude, you're gonna get. Are you actually doing that?
I said twice.
You need to be kidding. They're gonna fire you, man. I'm telling you. One person gets offended.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
True.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Ask out my wife at work, so
Exactly.
I guess I'm a hypocrite there.
Did you?
Well, okay, it wasn't out. Actually, it was no. She asked me out at work. Okay.
Yeah. So
Well, yeah, we were
she's the
coworkers,
predator.
but it was risky. What if the date went bad and then she went and talked to all my coworkers about what a poo-poo head I was?
Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, I just picture you at work with your pink hat on and your shirt off as you're just crushing the accounting.
My work attire.
Flexing in the office.
But no, she was ugly. Yeah.
Dang. Okay. What about this bank product that people have? You know that I'm not gonna. You know which one? Like you know what I'm talking about, Cole? The bank product where there's a savings account.
Yeah.
They lock up
Okay.
the savings account. And no bank in particular.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. So we have this weird product that.
Wait, why are you saying we? I was trying to hide that fact. Are
Is
you
this
kidding
a
me?
certificate of deposit?
No.
It's worse than that.
I was trying to hide that it was his bank, but he just like go out his head and outs himself.
Okay. Hey,
whatever.
well, we're just gonna skip it now, Fabio.
No, I want to know, what is this? It sounds like
Yeah,
a CD.
you opened the floodgates.
So it's a super, like there cannot call. I fucked his boss. What?
Anyway, continue with your story. Let's go.
But yes, when I say I work at a bank, I do mean a sperm bank. Chris caught me on that one. Chris C in the comments. Yeah. So this cannot be there cannot be an actual use to this. Like I've brainstormed it. I can't figure out a use for it. Basically, let's say you want a loan for $5,000. We have a type of loan where basically you put $5,000 in your account, we freeze the funds, and then give you a loan for $5,000.
I know why they do that. It's because they're helping to build credit.
But people who don't need it for credit, they get it because they say they don't want to. They're like, oh, I don't want to spend the money in my savings.
Do you charge interest?
Yes.
Chris's brain's blowing up.
So because if their logic is the people who get it, their logic is they get to keep their money in their savings account instead of spending it. But if the funds are frozen until you pay it off, then it's the same as you just spending it and then depositing it back in. Except you're not paying interest.
You can't touch it unless you pay it back.
Yes. So it has no use outside of building credit. But besides that, it has no use whatsoever. And it's semi-popular. I think it's just a scam.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, like, I don't take out loans except for like a car and a house. So the whole debt thing, I don't know.
Yeah. Except it's a loan you can only get if you already have the funds for it.
Yesterday, Cole, what did you learn about CDs? You learned why the bank
CDs
has
nuts.
CDs. Yeah. Now you know the purpose behind what it is you do.
Yeah.
Those CDs.
Yeah, I found out that banks don't care about inflation.
They don't?
Not 100%, no.
Don't bankers have to pay gas too?
Yeah, it's true.
No, yeah, they have to pay gas.
Don't they have like electric bills and stuff? I mean, I'd be
Yeah,
concerned
the
about
bank,
it.
like the employees, all the entity itself.
So Fabio, explain to me. So I never understood this. Okay, enlighten me. Why are banks giving out such cheap loans for homes? Like if they're charging me 2.89% interest,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously inflation is probably going to be at that or higher. Why
Mm-hmm.
are they doing that? Because they have
'Cause
no
they-
other alternative, or
No,
what?
because they don't care. That's not their interest is not inflation. It's not their money. It actually, they create money. When you realize that they create money. So Cole's job, in essence, is to acquire
It's to rob people.
collateral, right? He has to acquire collateral, so things to back up the bank's loans, right? The liabilities portion of the balance sheet. Because that's what makes bank accounting so fascinating. It's because like they are, in fact, and actually Jay Nagy, in that video, that interview, that guy Werner, he explains that, and that doesn't get across to Patrick Bet-David. He doesn't get to point B. So point A is simply understanding that the true creators of money in the Western world is the banks, private banks like Chase Bank, Coles Bank, all these banks, they create money. So they can just poof, give you the loan, right? And you go out into the economy, you buy it out. So at the end of the day, they really only care that you pay it back. And so they don't actually, not necessarily.
Cole, you're trash, man. Yeah, I mean, even then, it's like I don't know. It's weird to me. Like I get like money multiplier. And
okay,
like crap,
here
but
this is the easiest way how I explain it, and usually it works. Okay, so Cole's going to give me his $10,000. Okay, I'm going to go out into the market, and in 10 years' time, I have to give Cole. Let's make it 10 million, whatever, because make it the stakes high. Cole gives me $10 million. I have to give Cole in 10 years' time his $10 million back. That's all I owe him. This is representative of, let's say, the savings account, right? And let's hypothetically say Cole's going to keep it in for 10 years for whatever reason. I'm going to go out and find the best risk-adjusted rate of return possible. My primary concern is that I don't get blown up on this asset that I go out and purchase. And at the end of the day, I can fulfill my liability to Cole. So technically, any dollar amount that I generate on top of that is profit for me at the end of the day. I don't care about inflation. It's not my savings. I'm using Cole's money, right? And this is how we kind of keep it to the simpler side without kind of getting into the other parts where we start getting to, well, the banks can actually leverage out even more money than what is put in. And of course, I would want more assets to come in so I can have kind of enough collateral to what I'm lending out, right? Because if I lend out too much and too many people don't pay me back, that can be a problem on that side. If Cole comes back and says, well, I need my money, man. And so what a CD does is also lock in that money. And then so we were looking at rates, for example, when I was kind of going over Cole, because Cole had a question last night when we were going over the lesson. And that was, why would someone lock up their money for this rate? And then we looked up what was the years? Yeah. So, well, more like the bank is willing to offer you 0.0001%. And because you're just using them as an intermediary to transfer money, because you use their credit card system, makes it convenient for you because you don't want to carry cash all the time. And yeah, they are grabbing your money. Yeah, they're making loans out to it, but they don't care about, Chris's 2% interest and the inflation being whatever. Any dollar amount that they generate, it's not on their money. You would care if we switch the scenario. Let's say it's your money now, and you're going to lend it to Cole, and Cole is going to buy the house, and you lend it to him at 2% interest rate. But that's your money, so of course you care about that inflation rate. You're not going to willingly lend it to Cole for that 2% because it's your money. But if I lend out Cole's money, do I care about the inflation rate? Because I only owe him the nominal amount of 10 million, right? That's all I owe him. I don't care. I literally don't care.
I've moved up to second.
Did my example work?
I think it makes sense. I mean, yes. At the end of the day, it's still weird to me that you're receiving payments and interest below the rate of inflation. But I guess if you're using somebody else's money, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. If I make like off of Cole's 10 million, if I make 100,000 and I put it in a risk-free asset, there's a reason why I'm saying that. I put in a risk-free asset, I'm still winning. That's $100K that I wouldn't have made if I didn't lend out that 10 million.
Yeah, I always thought, I was like, it doesn't make sense, but there has to be a reason. Like, banks aren't stupid. You know, they know inflation is probably going to be higher than, you know, the rates on their loans. They have to be making money somehow. So
Oh, they're making stupid amounts of money. I mean,
yeah, I would think this.
dude.
Holy shit, Jay, your mic is fucked.
Yeah.
Is
Talk
it?
again? Okay, now it's better. That first sentence was like really weird.
Dude, my internet's being a cunt right now.
Yeah. It's being a real Kathy Wood.
Oh, look who's in
Yes.
the house. It's butt pussy.
but yeah,
Probably
Andrew's comment's actually true
Probably a
as well, though.
dumpster fire.
Why would you let the banks feel? That's where your savings are at.
Yeah.
The big banks.
I moved all my money into Dogecoin card. So
Speaking of Dogecoin card, if you go on right now and click on my affiliate link, you get 10 free Dogecoins.
What is this Dogecoin card? Is this a real thing?
It's a legitimate card where you can go and it's got a Doge on it.
and guess who their design manager is?
Well, the designer, I don't think he's a creative manager.
He's a creative manager. Is pro the Dogecoin millionaire.
Yeah, this ought to work out well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can literally you transfer money to the card, and then every time you spend money on the card, you get 1.5% back in Dogecoin.
My God.
That's great. You know what? You know our alts I get 1.5% back on is my Chase card, my credit card.
Yeah,
And
but
I
that gives you fiat currency.
Yeah, no, but I actually get cash back for it.
But Dogecoin is cash.
Yeah.
No.
Dogecoin is actually now. Have you guys heard about because I think it just came out like a day or two ago. The newest big crypto on the streets.
Luna 2.0?
No.
Isn't it Dodelon?
Yeah, Elon Goat token.
Yeah.
Yes. So have you heard about this, Jay? It was on Fox News.
No, I
Dude.
need to know though.
Are you
Yes.
surprised, Jay?
So it's a crypto where and now so you know how a lot of these scam coins are just pump and dumps with no utility?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one has an actual use case. So the creators of the coin
I don't like where this is going.
are building a giant rocket with a goat on it with Elon Musk's face on the goat. And they're going to deliver it to Austin, Texas and walk right up to SpaceX and knock on the door and give it to Elon Musk. So that's a pretty good investment thesis.
Yeah, I'm like, I just look at crypto and I go, aren't we just over this yet? Can it just crash to zero like it's supposed to? Like, how are we still do I have to listen to people go, oh, hey man, have you heard about cryptocurrency? You need to buy some for your portfolio.
Did people actually approach you and say that?
I've been at the gym having a conversation with people, and then crypto has come up, and they're like, you know, you really got to get into crypto. And it's usually at that point that I just walk away from the conversation.
What if she was hot?
Hasn't been women. It's always, for some strange reason, it's always people in their early 20s that are talking to me about it.
Yeah, it actually is like a very male thing. I mean, I'm sure there's some women that have crypto, but it's mostly freaking dudes trading coins between each other.
Yeah, a lot of women would like to own crypto, but they can't figure out how to buy it.
Damn. Okay.
Computers.
One of my wife's friends was asking about
Yeah, but
crypto.
Kathy Woods did.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Shit.
That's
This
true.
is also true. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. What were you saying, Fabio?
No, just one of my wife's friends, also a woman,
Yeah.
was asking about how to buy crypto because she started watching some YouTube videos about crypto. Though they get a lot of views. I don't know why. Crypto videos. Don't know why. Maybe it goes in hand with Mark's comment.
Well, like the dumbest shit on YouTube gets the most views. That's how it works. You know, trash stocks and crypto. Those are the most popular things on finance.
Well, think about what the messaging is. Think about what the messaging is with investing, buying profitable companies, having to do work. Why do that when you can just get rich off of crypto? And that's what it is. That's why it's so popular.
Yeah, I'm gonna spoil one of my future YouTube videos. That's why you should watch Strongman streams, so you get early insights into my videos. There's a psychology study where they had people play a game, and basically it was a super simple game. All it was is a color was going to flash on the screen. It was like either green was going to flash on the screen or red was going to flash on the screen, and you had to guess what color would flash on the screen beforehand. Now you did know the rules. The rules of the game is green will show up 2/3 of the time, red will show up 1/3 of the time. So the obvious strategy is you should just always pick green because it's going to happen twice as often. But anytime like green would pop up twice in a row, people would say red would be the next one, even though they're independent events. So basically, people can't be happy with like a guaranteed winning strategy. They have to try to like beat the system, and because of that, they did horribly on the game because they kept trying to pick red, trying to predict it. And that's like the stock market.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. Like it's people's instincts, and it's a lot of the YouTubers. They're just appealing to people's ignorance.
Yeah.
I mean, think about like some of the people that bought Jeremy's course. There's like a 70-year-old woman in there that doesn't know anything about investing. So of course she's like, "Oh, I got some extra money. What do I do with it?" Well, I could actually learn what to do with it, but it's just way easier to buy crypto.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Look at Fabio's face. What are your thoughts, Fabio?
On crypto?
Well, why'd you have that reaction, that expression?
Well, because I was also reading some comments about crypto, but like, yeah, in general, I don't really know, man. It's still persisting, and people are still gonna be talking about crypto. I don't know. I'm gonna need to process my thoughts here.
I mean, it's always gonna be like I think like the lower rungs of like income levels in society are probably always going to be hoodwinked into crypto going forward. It's going to be like that, scammy part of the financial system that never goes away.
Yeah, because
dude. No, go ahead.
No, none of the cryptocurrencies even actually follow the rubric of what actually.
Oh, here he goes again.
Here he goes again. Would be a viable currency. It doesn't follow like the 3 criteria. So.
Okay, well, the obvious question, Fabio, is what are the 3 criteria?
Isn't it obvious?
Yeah.
Isn't it obvious?
Didn't think I'd have to explain to you dumbasses.
I should just refer to them in passing. But no, it's deep, liquid, and open.
Deep, liquid, and open.
You know what else is deep, liquid, and open?
Deep liquidity. We're talking about
balls deep
liquid.
Got to be shard liquid, and it's got to be butt cheeks open.
That does sound very sexual. Deep, liquid, and open. You know what I'm saying?
Deep,
Like, you could
liquid, and
definitely
open.
tie that into some kind of sexual thing.
No, dude, Fabio, this will crack you up too. I told Chris this. Dude I went to school with at USF for finance. He's a financial advisor now. He sent me an invitation to his company. Only the weird thing is, this guy has never had any idea how to contact me.
What do you mean?
I've never given this guy my phone number. He's never known where when I knew him, I didn't live where I live. I was Facebook friends with him. But so I'm wondering, like, I'm like, dude, I went to school with you for finance, and you're sending me a letter over inviting me to become one of your clients at your financial advisor service. Like, why would you send that to me? That's the biggest question. Did he think I was going to go, "Oh, we went to school for finance. This guy's a bit of a moron. Here, let me manage my money for me."
He's working at a financial advisor firm. And so when they're starting out, oftentimes they're just salespeople. They're trying to acquire assets. He's just like reaching. He probably sent that letter to everyone.
I got that letter.
No, dude, I know he was just reaching. I know what he was doing there. That's why. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of money in being a financial advisor. It's just so scummy. I couldn't do it.
Speaking of stupid YouTubers, I remember like a week ago, I sent y'all a screenshot of Ricky Gutierrez's YouTube channel. His last 6 videos were literal perfect. It was why the market's crashing today. Very next video, why the market's up today. Very next video, why the market is crashing. Very next video, why the crash is finally over. It's like, yeah, the market doesn't change like that quickly, like day to day.
Yeah, but
that's
he
how
has
you
a
get
million
views.
subs.
Yeah.
He has a million subs, Cole.
That's true. That's how you
Oh,
get views.
Who
and
is
he was the
this?
one who was already ousted by Coffeezilla for being back
Ricky
in the day. And he still
Gutierrez.
grew for being a complete and utter fraud.
Really? I didn't know Coffee did a video on him. He sells
Yeah.
a day trading course.
Yeah, no. Coffeezilla did the video. That was one of Coffeezilla's original ousting videos. Was on Ricky Gutierrez.
Yeah.
Where Ricky Gutierrez was saying that he can make 1 to 2% per day.
But he does say it doesn't compound. So
it doesn't compound. Yeah, that's stupid.
What are you taking it out and not using it? I mean, like
he
would
I
naturally
remember
compound.
because at least I have a good memory with this. He has like a strategy where he claims he has a 30K account somewhere around there, and he just day trades. That's all he does. He day trades and he just takes the money out, and then he has a 1 to 2% profit per day. But you see the way he kind of gets the words out is he's like, oh, it's just I only make like a couple $1,000, right? So he's trying to make it for someone who's new. I don't know why that makes it more realistic.
Yeah, but why would you not compound that? Like, if you can make 1 or 2%, why would you not compound it?
I'm sure it's just like stuff that doesn't scale, like some shitty penny stuff.
Look,
Are you defending him? Stop, Cole. I'm
Look,
sure there's a legitimate reason.
I think his strategy was not to really think that out, because I think for the desired demographic that Ricky is going after, he doesn't need to explain that. They're not gonna think past that point. They're gonna just say,
cut the stream short. Sorry.
Yeah, I heard a baby.
Yeah, it's getting chaotic in here.
It's okay. Fabio said he would go live.
What's wrong?
It's just my wife needs help putting the freaking kids to bed.
Yeah, 2 kids. 2 kids.
Yep.
She's outnumbered now.
Wild. It's actually a miracle I'm on here right now.
Yeah.
But anyway, thanks for coming on, guys. With this question, I would definitely buy Tattoo Chef. It's an actual business, even though it's a trash business.
Yeah.
I was
And
gonna
that's
say
it.
I would buy Bitcoin over GameStop. I was gonna say that.
All right. Have a good night.
We're cutting it then?
Yeah, we're cutting it. Sorry.
But we're still live at the